Hello everybody, Aaron the Nintendrovert here, and happy Mario Day. Today is March the 10th, which is abbreviated as MAR10, hence why it's called Mario Day. So yeah, in celebration of it, we're doing a whole Mario month here on the channel dedicated to playing pretty much exclusively Mario games for the next 30 days-ish. So yeah, we're going to kick things off with Super Mario 3D World here. Let's hop right into it. We've already played Bowser's Fury on this channel, so go check that out if you haven't seen it already. But today we're going to be focusing on the Super Mario 3D World side of the campaign. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. Please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel if you aren't already. I'm pretty new to YouTube, just started doing this, maybe about 6-7 months ago, something like that, and I need to get to 500 subscribers before I'm able to start monetizing my channel and can make money through ad revenue and all that fun stuff. But yeah, without further ado, let's go. Yahoo! Okie dokie, it's a me, Mario. Alright, let's do it. New game. No empty safe slots available. Well, dag nabbit, we're gonna have to make one available. Yeah, this one's getting yeeted, deleted. Alright, and I guess we should start off as Mario. It is Mario Day after all. I'm more of a Luigi guy, to be completely honest, but in the spirit of the season, on this holiest of holy days, right after, Leif Erikson Day, Hinga-Dinga-Durgan, we're going to play as Mario to show some respect to our favorite red shirt, overall wearing, mustache, middle-aged Italian freak of nature. Now this is a game that came out back on the Wii U in 2013, and yeah, obviously the Wii U was a colossal flop, so naturally Nintendo ported this game over to the Switch, where it's seen much better sales success. The Switch version came out with the added Bowser's Fury campaign in early 2021, I believe. And here we have the Sprixie Princess of the Sprixie Kingdom, which is where this game takes place. And yeah, she gets kidnapped by Bowser, along with all the other fairies, and gets trapped in a bottle. Which, I don't really understand. When Link does it, it's not a problem at all. See, Link goes around and does that exact same crap. He just captures fairies and bottles. It's like if they're magic, you'd think they'd be able to get out of there. Like, I don't know. It's like, I know Fairly Odd Parents had that weird thing about butterfly nets for whatever reason. Their magic wouldn't work to get them out of it. So, I guess in the Nintendo universe, the Nintendo cinematic universe, that's how it is for fairies with glass jars. You just put them in one and then do who knows what sort of unspeakable things to it while it's in there. But anyway, let's hop right into it here. We're going to do the first level. And there's one Zelda game, I forget which one, but it's like, the first time you collect a fairy in a bottle, it's like, oh yeah, they love being in there. It's great. But if you've played the Wind Waker, where the fairy's not just like a white ball of light with wings, but it's actually like got a humanoid face and like body and everything, it's very clearly frowning. It is not happy to be in there. So yeah, Link is just going around tormenting all these magical creatures, so I'm starting to side with Ganondorf, if I'm being completely honest. But yeah, so kind of the main gimmick of this game, well, there's a couple gimmicks, one of which being that this game has proper 4-player co-op, which is a first for 3D Mario games. The new Super Mario Brothers games on the Wii and Wii U had 4-player co-op. But this is the first time we've seen any sort of true co-op for a 3D Mario game. Now, like Mario Galaxy had this kind of dumb little mode where a second player could like point the cursor at the screen and like shoot star bits, but that kind of sucked. I love Mario Galaxy, don't get me wrong, one of my favorite games of all time. But the multiplayer, not that great. We're supposed to go through here, travel through this clear pipe, but can I just do a jump and a dive? Yeah! That's what Daddy's talking about. Alright, we got ourselves a checkpoint here. And now this is a more linear affair, so it's not like, Mario 64 or Sunshine or Odyssey, where it's a more open-ended sort of sandbox-style level design where you can go anywhere you want. These are linear levels where you just go from point A to point B. There's some collectibles along the way. Every level has 3 green stars for us to collect, as well as a stamp which back in the Wii U version of the game could be used to post to Miiverse, which was this social media application Nintendo used to have that is now defunct. Oh no. Well, we've got a bit of a problem here. I don't know. Well, no, we might be fine. Okay, yeah, let's just keep going. I think we're alright. I've probably wasted a lot of time here. I thought I needed to break those to get something, but I think I just need to break this. And this will give us the last collectible. But yeah, Miiverse is no longer a thing, so instead they added this like photo mode, which is what you use the stamps for. You can kind of change the camera angle, you know, pause the gameplay and take a nice snapshot and post it on social media because it's free marketing for Nintendo and they like that. Let me adjust my webcam a little bit. There we go. I think that's a little bit better. But yeah, if I'm being 100% honest, Super Mario 3D World has never been one of my favorite Mario games. The main reason being is that I just feel like where it was made to accommodate having 4 players on screen at the same time. It is a very fun co-op game if you have somebody to play it with. As a solo game, it can honestly be a little bit of a drag. And I think the reason for that is, you know, they kind of make the levels easier to account for having 4 players on the screen and kind of getting in each other's way. So, you know, other Mario games, you know, the platforming challenges might be, you know, kind of going along more narrow paths with bigger gaps, you know, trying not to fall off and die. Here's a neat thing we can do. We can steal this guy's shell, hold down the ZR button, now we're in his shell. And if you say it too long, you get real dizzy. We can break down through here. We've got a little secret area. Oops, well, I did not want to kill that guy. I needed his shell. We can get you, though. Yeah. But, yeah, some of the platforming challenges, if they had made it like any other Mario game, it just would have been too difficult for, you know, having 4 players. But unfortunately, as a consequence of that, the game's just kind of too easy if you, you know, if you're only going solo. Is this the spot where I can... Let's see. I'm probably going to get myself killed here. Okay, yeah, no, this is not where we can do it at. There's a little secret trick on this level where you can get infinite 1-ups with this shell. Okay, I'm going to throw it for now because this, well, shoot, this Koopa's going to take it from me. Oh, here it is. Okay, if I can get to it. Or maybe there's another Koopa on up ahead. Yes, you will do. Give me your body, good sir. Very typical of a man, isn't it? He only wants you for his body. Alright, now. So yeah, you can kind of just stay here and do this forever. We're not going to, though, but yeah, you can get yourself infinite lives that way. Most Mario games cut off once you get to 99 lives, but this one is a little bit different. You can go all the way up to 1,110. So yeah, that's a thing. What we got in here? Nothing. Amazing. I love nothing. That's my favorite reward in the history of rewards. All right, we got our first. Well, oh dear. It's fine. We lived. I was going to say we got our first green star. There we go. Now, grab this clock, adds 100 extra seconds to the time. Because, yes, if you notice in the top right corner, this game is like the 2D Marios in that you do have a time limit that you have to be mindful of. So that's the thing. I thought I remembered there being something there. So yeah, if it's not already apparent, I have played through this game before, multiple times actually. I've beaten it. And like I said, it's not one of my favorite Mario games, but you know, on this channel I intend to play through every single mainline Mario game eventually, this one included. But you know, you never know. I'm going to go into it with an open mind, and maybe I will. Maybe it'll resonate with me a lot more this time than it has before. So let's kill these little dudes. Something else they added into this version that's nice, besides the Bowser's Fury campaign, which is fantastic, by the way. It actually is a more open sandbox, go wherever you want sort of campaign. You can 100% it in maybe like 5 or 6 hours, so it's kind of on the short side, but it's a whole lot of fun. Anyway, besides that, There's also they added online to this game, so you can go online and play the game in 4-player co-op with some buddies in a singular lobby. So that's pretty cool. You couldn't do that before. You can only play it locally. And as I understand it, I've not really had a chance to try it myself, but I think the online actually works pretty good in this game, from my understanding. Because, you know, sometimes that can be a little hit or miss with Nintendo's online infrastructure. But, yeah, they did recently, well, they didn't announce it officially. It was kind of like a, I guess like a leak that came out, or like a patent or something. But apparently the Switch 2, which will be coming out sometime this year, is going to support some kind of like a better online component that it has built in. It's like online something another 6 instead of 5, which is what the Switch was using. I don't know. I don't know what all that means, but apparently it's going to make for better online. So yeah. I'm going to adjust the mic a little bit. It looks like it's peaking. Let me... Testing. Hello. Okay, yeah, I think that's probably good right there. Hopefully that's not going to make the game, the gameplay too loud as a result. I'll have to listen back to this once we're done, but hopefully you can still hear me okay. But, yeah, now we're on to the Charge and Chuck blockade. So, kind of like Super Mario Bros. 3, you've got these areas on the map where you have to do a little battle. But it's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. And yeah, this is like one of the first games to have Charge and Chuck since his inception back in like 1990, when Super Mario World came out. At least I think that's when Super Mario World came out. Was it like 1990, 91, something like that? Yeah, we took him out. Easy peasy, no problemo. Like I said, we do have to get 3 green stars and also a stamp in every level, but also you might notice that these flags are golden here that have Mario's emblem on it, and that's because we got the top of the flag. So if you don't get the top of the flag, it won't show up gold there, and that's also required to 100% the game. So we will have to do that in every level, which means if I miss the top of the flag, then we're just going to have to replay that whole entire level, so that'll be fun. Yeah, this level here is Mount Beanpole, and this level has kind of served as huge inspiration for the Super Mario World park that opened, I guess, a few years ago now. It came out, I think, in 2020 during COVID in Japan, and then it came to Universal California maybe like a year or so later. But finally this year, here in just a couple months actually, I think in May, it'll be opening in Universal Orlando, Florida, which is going to be the largest park, I believe, and it's also going to have the DK expansion, because yeah, they opened up just late last year in like December, I think. They opened up the Donkey Kong Country section of the park, which has like a minecart ride and everything, which is really cool. So yeah, the Florida one is still a ways away, but it's the closest one to me, so I'm hoping that you know, we can go there at some point this year. I probably won't do any videos or anything about it. I could, I guess, kind of vlog myself at the park, but I kind of just want to be immersed in it. And there's like plenty of other vlogs of people at the park, so you know, I feel like that'd be a little bit redundant, I guess. But yeah, I am definitely looking forward to that. So hopefully everything works out and we can go there, but we'll just have to see what happens. Probably not going to go right at opening though, because it's going to be like insanely packed out, I'm sure. Maybe in like the fall or something there'll be less people there, I don't know. But either way though, I'm just going to play it by ear and see what happens. But yeah, let's grab this power star here. Charge through all these fools. Do a nice little somersault there. I guess that's kind of a callback to Mario 3, because he somersaulted like that in that game whenever you would jump with a superstar. Let's take this big boy out. This big fella. It almost looks like he's in a boss arena or something, but it's not a boss. You just kill him and then he's dead. But with our cat suit here, we can climb up the flagpole right to the top. So, you know, you can kind of cheese that a little bit. Which here, that's pretty much the only way you can get to the top of this one. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, the 4-player co-op is kind of the main gimmick of this game, but also it's the cat suit. And I'll be honest, the cat suit, I don't love it. I feel like, you know, especially at the time this game came out, Nintendo was kind of had a reputation a little bit for just being like a very kind of kiddie company, you know. Yeah, playing with friends, whatever. So I don't know, something like Super Mario Galaxy I think just looked cool. You know, you look at it, it's like, oh whoa, you know, you've got like all these crazy things going on with like the anti-gravity and the orchestrated music, which just sounded so good. Everything just felt such larger scale and epic, like just a, you know, a space epic. Then they kind of stripped that down a little bit in Mario 3D World. You know, the graphics are a little bit more plasticky, almost like everything's a toy. It just had a more childish look about it. And then, you know, you didn't have, instead of like having like the orchestra music, it was like kind of more big band. Mario went more of like a jazzy sort of big band direction at this time, and personally I'm just not the biggest fan of jazz music, like the saxophone. I really don't like the saxophone. That's just a personal thing. I mean, the game does still look nice, and it, you know, the music's good, but I don't know. For me personally, now this is a level we will have to play twice, because we've got a branching path up here. If we want to go left inside of the waterfall, and we can get our second green star, but if we went to the right, that's where the stamp is. So yeah, and again, to 100% the game, we got to get all the green stars, all the stamps. I do intend to 100% this game, more or less, with a little asterisk. Caveat being, if you really want to absolutely 100% everything and get 5 stars on your profile, you have to go through every single level and complete it with every single character, of which there are 5. You saw 4 there. We had Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Toad, but we do unlock a 5th character after we beat the game. And yeah, that's a lot of replaying the same levels over and over and over again. It gets a little tedious, unless you're playing with a crew of 5 people and can go through it all in one go. Don't know if I'd give a strong recommendation to doing that unless you just really love the game that much. So yeah, we won't be doing that. If I do it, it'll be off camera. I don't think we have to do that to do like the final, like ultra hard last level. Hopefully I'm not wrong about that. But anyway, we're going to go down here. We're going to do Switch Scramble Circus. Not a lot of Mario games with a circus level, so darn it, that's kind of neat, I guess. There really should be a circus-themed Mario Kart track. I think would be fun. I don't know if I ever would have really thought about that had it not been for Crash Team Racing. That game introduced a circus track in an update sometime after it came out, and it's like probably my favorite track in the game. I love that one. I forget the name of it off the top of my head, and it's kind of funny because it's just a big oval, which is basically what Baby Park is, and I've never been a fan of Baby Park. But I don't know, the circus, but it's a lot of fun. I really love the music. It's kind of got that da-da-da-da-da-da-da thing going for it. It's just very frenetic, and I love the visual spectacle of it all. There's like confetti everywhere, and it's just a neat track. Is there something back here? No. Okay, I don't know why I thought there was something back there. But let's keep on trekking here. Take out these little dudes called Bitty Bugs, I believe. It's either Bitty Bug or Bitty Bud. I think it's Bitty Bug. And sometimes I get confused because they have a car based on them in Mario Kart called the Bitty Buggy, so sometimes I want to call them Bitty Buggies, but they're not, they're Bitty Bugs, I'm pretty sure. Let's grab the 8 red coins here, just like the new Super Mario Brothers games. But yeah, this is probably a very controversial opinion. Like I said, I do think this game is a little bit too much on the easy side. Very few people would agree with me, but I would say that I honestly prefer Super Mario 3D Land on the 3DS to this game. This game's kind of the sequel to it, and it's kind of, you know, larger in scope. That was a handheld game, so everything's kind of truncated down a little bit more, but it offers more of a challenge, and I don't know, it feels a lot more like Mario Galaxy, which is a game that I love. It's like Super Mario Galaxy Light is kind of Super Mario 3D Land feels like. I think that's a very underrated game, whereas 3D World is kind of just, I don't know, it's just a little basic. Can I reach this? Yeah. Nice. Ba-da-da-dee-dee-doo. Yeah, jazz hands. Alright, we're making pretty good progress here. I think we only have maybe like the Captain Toad level and then the boss, and then we'll be done with this world, I believe. Yep, looks like that is the case. So yeah. This is going to be a shorter episode than I thought. I thought it might take us like an hour to get through each of these worlds, which maybe some of the later ones will, I don't know. But it looks like this is only going to take us about 30 minutes, which is good. I'm trying to keep these videos kind of shorter. Captain Toad goes forth. Let's do it. That's another nice thing. So back on the Wii U version of the game, these Captain Toad levels could only be tackled single player. So if you're playing this game, it's like a co-op party game with a bunch of your buddies. You know, they would just have to kind of sit out and watch you during these, so that kind of sucked. But here they have, you know, they kind of remedied that, so all 4 players can be on the screen at the same time. I think everybody has independent camera control, which, you know, is a little, that can be a little bit annoying because like it's not split screen or anything. Like I can understand why, you know, with like the camera they would have restricted this to 1 player. But yeah, all these levels are kind of just this isometric thing where you're on this little diorama essentially, and you're going around and getting the 5 green stars, and it's a little bit more puzzle oriented because Toad is not able to jump, so you're not really platforming through these levels. And back in the day on the Wii U, I really wasn't a big fan of these Captain Toad levels. A lot of people were asking them to make like, you know, oh, they should make like a full Captain Toad game. And then they announced that at E3 of 2014, and I was kind of like, eh, whatever. I picked it up because, you know, it's Mario, so it's like, well, I'm going to play it, but I don't know if I'm going to love it. But I really, really enjoy Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, and that game also got ported to Switch, so I highly recommend picking that one up if you haven't. And we will eventually get around to playing it on this channel. I don't know when. I actually just replayed through that game last year because it was also ported to the 3DS, and like I picked up the 3DS version at like a you know, like a retro game store. So yeah, I played through it again, even though it's the same game I'd already played, but a worser version with, you know, worse graphics. You know, I like to waste my money on stupid stuff, but don't we all though? But yeah, we're at the first boss here, boss level, I guess I should say. We got to do some platforming and stuff before we actually get to Big Daddy, the Koopa King himself. Let's take out this Goomba stack here. I think this was the first Mario game that introduced the Goomba stack, and then for whatever reason, Nintendo just kind of got obsessed with those. Like, it's like every game we got to have a Goomba stack now. It's like, well, that's really not that creative of an idea. You just took some Goombas and just kind of copied and pasted, just stacked them on top of each other, but it's like, you know, alright. You already had the Pokey enemy, which is basically kind of the same concept, where it's just like a tall enemy with a bunch of individual body segments that you can take out one at a time. So I don't know why they felt the need to make Goomba Stack and why they put them in every game. They're in like Mario Kart 8. They're in you can make a Goomba Stack in Mario Maker, which I guess that's kind of neat because you can stack like anything in that game. I think probably some of the crappy Paper Mario games had Goomba stacks. But yeah, now we're fighting Bowser, and this is a very different sort of Bowser fight. He's in a little car, and you got to kick these soccer balls at him. And if you just hit him into the car, it takes 9 hits to kill him. Or if you can lob him at Bowser's head and hit him directly, you only have to hit him 3 times. So that's 1. So we got to hit him in the face 2 more times, and he'll be dead. Nice, that's number 2. Just 1 more. But yeah, the cat power-up, I'm kind of whatever about it. This game, you know, this game I think is more palatable in the Switch era. You know, now that we have like a new 3D Mario game that is kind of more open world, sandboxy. But at the time, like this and a lot of other games that were coming out on the Wii U just felt so underwhelming compared to what came before, you know? Not every game, there were some exceptions, like Tropical Freeze, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze was really outstanding. You know, like I said, I really enjoyed Captain Toad. But yeah, a lot of the Wii U's library was just kind of... It wasn't that exciting, to be honest. If this game had come out at a different time, you know, then maybe I would have appreciated it for what it was a lot more. But, you know, it just wasn't the kind of game that the struggling Wii U needed, because, again, it kind of helped lock Nintendo into that kiddie. Because, you know, Nintendo, they pride themselves in being a family-oriented company. They want to make games for the whole family, you know, mom, dad, kids. But I don't know, just some of the games, like just the way this game was revealed and marketed, and some other games that came out at the time, it just felt like they were fixating on kids only. Fixating on kids, that sounds really that sounds really inappropriate. But anyway, but yeah, I think they're in a pretty good spot now where their games are having that broad appeal again. You know, it's kind of like Disney. You know, they try to be a family company and not a kid company, because there is a difference. But in recent years, I don't know, it feels like Disney's also kind of struggled with that in a lot of ways. But anyway, that's World 1 in the books. And yeah, next time we'll be taking on the desert world here. So yeah, look forward to that. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please once again I ask that you consider leaving a like and subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. And yeah, stay tuned for more Super Mario 3D World. I'll try to upload these as regularly as I can. Typically, my schedule is I upload on Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. But I have had some other obligations going on. I started doing a online animation script writing class that's been eating up a lot of my time. And then I've also been... like I went to this this casting call for this this indie film that's being shot here in my hometown, so that's kind of a neat opportunity. But yeah, there's just been a lot of little things. This past weekend I went to a Comic-Con in Lexington, got to meet some cool voice actors. So yeah, the uploads have been a little bit slowed down on the channel, but I'm going to try to get back into more of a routine with it. With a new upload. Hopefully I can get back to it being every day at 8 in the morning, but because usually I record a bunch of these in bulk over the weekend, but like this past weekend I didn't have a chance to record where I was out of town for the convention and everything. So yeah, these might come out a little sporadically at random times of the day, but I'm gonna at least try to have one every day, Monday through Friday. Fingers crossed we can stick to that. So yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.